Hi, I'm Dr. Pertice Berry, and I need to tell you this story. I was worried about whether or not my son was going to get into this school. It was a school that he needed, but it was a school that was also going to give him, that needed him. So he was going to be able to make the connections and the friends and the folks, but they needed him as much as he needed them. And it was a really, really good school. And I was worried, and they were very picky on who they let in and what have you. So I was walking around kind of wringing my hands, so to say. And I probably was literally doing it as well. Anyway, my mother saw me, and she grabbed me by my shoulders and said, "Stop all that worration." She would call it worration, which meant you were in deep worry. "Stop all that worration." And she said, "I know that look." I said, "Mom, I'm not worried. I'm not worried." I was trying to deny it. And she said, "I know that look. That's the same worry I had when I was trying to figure out what to feed y'all, whether or not I was going to have enough money, whether or not I was going to be able to make do." I had that same look. And it knocked the wind out of me because I realized in one generation, we'd gone from how can I feed my children to, oh my God, I hope my son can get into this wonderful private school that he needed. And it also humbled me. It humbled me to realize that whatever I'm worrying about, whatever I think is a big deal for me, so much so that I need to not stop and pray, but spend time worrying, that it's a far cry from what the generation before me had to spend energy worrying about, and an even bigger cry than the generation before that. I'm not big on comparing myself to anything or anybody else, even my worries or frets or anything. But I do love the reminder that my mother gave me that day of how far we had come. And when I could put it in perspective and realize it didn't matter if he got into the school or not, that he was going to eat that night, and he was going to be warm and well and loved and cared for. It didn't matter. He got in the school. I mean, at that point, he was a straight A student, and he was athletic, and he was bright. He needed more, and he got what he needed. I hope we can get what we need when we refocus on our worry to how far we've come, and we refocus our worry into prayer, into seeing, into believing, into hoping, and sometimes just changing what we want. I love you, and I hope this made some sense.